I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy, 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 boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the date done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Yes, good morning. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Hope you're having a top morning. We have a very extensive show lined up for you today as we're going to be talking about some schoolboy football. We're also going to be talking about a little bit on the Reggae Boyz game last night. So come on in, join the show, join the chat, send in your comments, hit the like button, and subscribe to the platform if you have not done so yet. Also want to say a big thank you to our sponsors, Launch Legacy. Yes, Launch Legacy. Launch Legacy. Handle risk and seek legacy for all your personal insurance need in Canada and the USA. Visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text 647-989-0782, and I'm sure that you will speak to an agent who will help you at this time. Also, we have on board sponsoring this program Prestige Finance. Yes, Prestige Finance is coming on board to give us a helping hand when we need it most. So I want to say a big thank you to Prestige Finance for being sponsors of this video. Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it most. They're located in Linstead, St. Catherine, Jamaica, and they give you loans up to $100,000, no guarantees, guarantors required, low interest rate between 1 and 4%. Right, you can call them at 876-884-7390. In fact, let me play a word from Prestige Finance at this time.
Linstead and all surrounding areas. Come get easy cash now for business and personal loans with no processing fee. We're Prestige Finance, located inside Sam's Mall, upstairs, KFC. Real? Take advantage of our super low interest rates. How low? 1 to 4%. No processing fees. No guarantors. Alayatel. Get loans up to 100,000. No, this is too good to be true. Call or WhatsApp 884-7390 or email prestigefinanceltd@gmail.com. Prestige Finance, the solution to all your financial problems.
Yes, there you go. So thanks to our sponsors, yes, Prestige Finance and Launch Legacy, one locally and one that operates internationally. Thanks to all the person already in the comment section on this very, very big day when we have two schoolboy finals being played. We have the Ben Francis Cup final, where St. Elizabeth Technical High School will be taking on Edwin Allen. And in the second game, the big game, Manning School will be battling Garvey Maceo out of Clarendon. As you know, one Clarendon school, yes, in Clarendon College, they have already won a cup, right? And my prediction is that one cup will go to Westmoreland, one will go to St. Elizabeth, and one will remain in Clarendon. Now, you should figure out by now what is going to Westmoreland because the 1738 is there. I know you may be supporters of Garvey Massey, but please allow me to share with you the school song because this is a monumental, a historic moment in the life of Manning School. Remember, it is not Manning's High School, it is Manning School, founded in 1738 by Thomas Manning. And that building is still on the school premises, right? It's a heritage site right there in Westmoreland, Jamaica. So so, pardon me, but I have to do this and then we'll get down into some discussion. So, can you bear with me? And all my blue blood brothers and sisters out there, you understand how much this means to me. Dear man in school, our ancient light of learning, in splendor shining over all the west. For thee thy sons and daughters' hearts are burning with gladsome voice to tell they love thee best. Westmoreland's hope, Jamaica's march maintaining. From days of yore thou thus example set, thy sober task to teach without complaining. And God be praised, thou hast not faltered yet. Thy lesson is to love the land around thee, to learn from lore of science how to till, harness the streams and waters that surround thee, to love the trees, the herbs upon the hills, to play with zest, to fight with strength and spirit, defend the right and evil to eschew, with might and main to hold what we inherit, and for our sons to work for treasures new, to lose with grace, with ne'er a frown or whimper, at referee's ruling or at umpire's word, to show good taste and tact and keep our temper, to mind our talk nor gossip all we've heard. O school of ours, we pledge thee our devotion. O school of ours, let this be our rule. Where'er we walk, or sail on land or ocean, that we remember thee, our own dear man in school. Come on, clap your hands, people. It's a great day. I am happy. We have created history by being in our first Dacosta Cup final. Yes, and I also want to big up Garvey Masia for being there as well. But you know how it is. It's Manning's time. Yes, 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 yes. It's Manning's time. It's Manning's time. And looking forward to this game today. I think it's going to be two very good games. The first game gets on the way at 12:30, and the Dacosta Cup final will be at 3:15. Both games will be played at St. Elizabeth Technical High School. I know the Manning's team has been in intense preparation in terms of physical, tactical, technical, spiritual, psychological. I'm telling you, the school has been in intense preparation. I'm telling you. So looking forward to this game again. I mean, this is our first time. We are. This is historic already, and the win would just put the icing on the cake. It won't be an easy game. Garvey Massey has a quality coach and quality players, and it will be tough for either team. But of course, blue blood all the way. And so all my fellow blue blood brothers and sisters, make sure you're wearing your blue today. Yes. And I want all schools to kind of get into this. For too long, we have allowed just certain schools to show this kind of sentiment towards their alma mater. And all schools need to do this and go back and reinvest in your school's program to elevate your school, your former school. Yeah, your former school, right? So make sure you do that. Yep. Make sure you do that, people, and you get on board and support your school. I'm looking forward to this game. See, we have some comments in here. Let me get them, and then I'm going to share with you some other information as well. Oh man in school, oh school of ancient learning, oh tender and shining overall the West. All right, big job. Bless up. Blue blood in the building. You lucky says Cubans, meaning Garvey Masaya right there. Fresh God, who is a man, he's a big up Mannings man. That's the only time he's going to use the word Mannings because he's fully Clarendon. And I know how it is. Respect Claudia. Claudia is a former Meadowbrook student, so you know that she is going to be supporting the Blue of Mannings. I just figure because they both start with M. Yes, People Liverpool is another Garvey Masaya fan. He's saying Cubans with the smiling emoji or the laughing one. Mannings man, the Savior never bless you with singing. We are friends. So me have to tell you the truth. Hey, that's a problem. You know, my wife is a singer on my sons, but you understand me. I had to do that. I had to do that, but no, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Sorry, I'm more closer to UTech than high school. UTech, yeah, man, that is my place. Yes, John Shop, Claudia, you know the thing again. For Q, you know the thing. Claudia, UTech for life. All the best today, man. Is thank you, top 10. All the best to you as well, because I know you are an ardent fan of Edwin Allen, who are also playing against St. Elizabeth Technical today. But before we kind of get into the action that is going to be on the field, you know, I want to say thank you, Fresh God. Best of luck. Yeah, man. Warren says, good luck, man. Is your castle old boy wishing you well. Thank you, Warren Webster. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that, man. Yeah, so listen, the schoolboy football season has been very good. I think again, commendations must be given to Issa and the sponsors for really running a good competition today. Also, listen, before I go on, today is Chris the sports guy birthday. Chris the sports guy. So Chris the sports guy, happy birthday to you. I see Man of Steel in the building. Man of Steel, as soon as I come off the show, please just text me. I keep going in to send the email to you and keep forgetting. All right. And Ganesh Naktai, I saw your email. And I think it's a good list, but I think anyone who is 19 has to be eliminated because it has to be if they're going to play 18 and below. I think that is how it would work. All right. Yeah, man. Blessings, man. Big up, man of steel. Fresh God say, have a Clarendon, man. Ben Francis and D Cup coming home. We will see. All the best. Yeah, man. All the best. Cubans, Jamu and Brown. Yeah, man. Two good teams. Playing. You understand me? So give credit to the schoolboys and to the coaches, to the organizations, or the group that leads them, for preparing them and for them getting this. So, like I said, it won't be an easy game, and we are looking to see two very good football games today. Hopefully we can see that and see if any player will stamp his class in this game, and hopefully can leave a mark in Coach Paul Hall's mind as he looks to probably select for the Nations Cup that comes up after the World Cup qualifiers are finished this year. The games can be seen as usual on CVM and also on Sportsmax TV. All right. Life without learning is death. That's it. That's what the Manning's motto teaches. You know, I always say this, right? Sometimes they have a saying that sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. When I do my trainings and my leadership coaching stuff, I always tell people, don't see it that way. Begin to rephrase that. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. And what that means is that all your losses can be learning experiences. It's like the author John Maxwell says, it's about failing forward. How do you use a failure, right? How do you use a failure to bring you forward? How do you do that? How do you use your failure? And so at Manning's, you learn that. I always share with you guys that I remember that an English teacher, her name was Miss Monroe. And Miss Monroe said to me one day that, Stennet, if you aim for the sky, you will fall on a tree. But if you aim for the tree, you're probably going to hit the ground. And the idea behind that was always to go for the best, seek the highest in everything you go after in life, in everything you pursue in life. Do it with all excellence. That's the Manning's way, right? Do it with all excellence. Try to get the best out of every opportunity possible. And when you do that, even if you don't reach there, you probably will stop somewhere in a tree. And that will be better than being on the ground. So I want you to bear those thoughts in mind. Listen, let me tell you. So from people know this, right? At the start of every Schoolboy season, if you know me, if you ask me who is going to win, I'll tell you Manning's. Like when it comes on to Manning's being anything, I pick Manning. I have no other choice. And I tell people I've gone to champs, and I'm the only person at champs shouting for Manning's before, except the students and the coaching staff and the management. I'm like that. I love my school. Yes. So my prediction is Manning's to win. Like I always said, can Gavin Massey win? Of course, it is football. And both teams have an opportunity. But I tell you, and I keep saying this, what I've seen of this Manning's team since 2018, tells me that they are going to have success this season, and it could happen next season and the season after that. The kind of support from the Manning School Alumni Football Foundation, from the past students of the school, it is overwhelming. It has never been like this. And this is why I'm encouraging other persons to get involved in helping a school. It's one way of helping probably the nation and helping kids. If this were in the school like 10 years ago or 20 years ago, we probably would have been here before, but nothing happens before its time. It is, if you know anyone from Manning's, like today, you probably see them in blue. That's how significant this is. Like Westmoreland is just crazy in love with what is happening right now, right? And a lot of this has to do with the principal and the board and the staff there, the coaching staff, of course, the players, but the past student, especially the MSAF, who has been instrumental in terms of generating all the resources necessary from counseling to, educational support, people going in and helping the boys. All of these things are important in our schools. And so I encourage the rest of you to go and do the same for your schools. So my prediction is I believe that Mannings and Stets are going to win. So one title will be in Clarendon, the Champions Cup. One will be in Westmoreland, the Dacosta Cup, and will be in St. Elizabeth, the Ben Francis Cup. Uh, yeah. There you go, Stevens. But you're always learning. Not letting the Reggae Boys pull me down again. No, I mean, yeah, Claudia, I am like that. Listen, even when my school is at last, Bridget, I'm going to show. That's just me. I mean, that's just me. That's how I am. Yeah, that's that way. Yeah, Richard King looked calm and composed last night. This is not significant for me. I'm here for the link up. Okay. All right. No problem. Brain drain. All right. Yeah, but listen, before we get into the schoolboy action, I also said that we'll talk about a little bit of Reggae Boy football last night. And I want to say that, I mean, there were some challenges in terms of how the game ended. But I must say that there are aspects of the performance that I am happy with, right? I am happy with, and that is the overall team play approach to the game. The team, I think, passed the ball around, though the possessional stats were in favor of Peru, which is obvious. They're at home. They have been playing a little bit longer than us in terms of they had a friendly before. Yeah, so they were at a better place than us, right? But the team, a fairly young team, they did. I think, like I said, they did well enough for me. I don't know what you think about that, but I believe that there are some good things there that we can look at, right? Yeah, and speak to. So we are going to talk about some of that now and get your thoughts. Some of the players who probably in your eyes were gave a good account of themselves. They it doesn't mean that they're going to be regular fixtures in the national team, but they did give a good account of themselves. And yeah, so let's talk about that. And yeah, and yeah, and see, you know yep. All right, so what say you? Let me get some of the comments here. Management, last night you show you have better football knowledge than most of the other guys. Keep teaching them. Yeah, man. Thank you for that, foreign spider. Yeah, you know. Blessed morning, Don. Off from work today. Did I hear good that Manning Cup final is today? What time is the game? No, the Manning Cup final is actually tomorrow. So tomorrow you'll have a double header. You'll have JC versus KC, and St. Catherine will play against Kingston Technical High School in the Ben Francis. Today is the Dacosta Cup. The Dacosta Cup, which will be played between Mannings and Garvey Maceo, and the Ben Francis, which will be contested between Stets and Monroe. Now, yeah, one good thing, Mannings is king. All right, so let's really look at it, right? So let's look at it. All right, number one, all right. Sometimes when you watch the game, right, especially in a friendly, do not look at the end product or the end result. All right. All right. Don't look at the end product. Who were your top and poor performers? All right. Very good question, brain drain. All right. So we're going to get into that. My top performers. All right. Performers. Right. So it is more than one. All right. So I think Richard King gave a good account of himself. Javane Brown, good account of himself. Devon Speedy Williams, I thought he did well. Though again, I think Cameron Lawrence would have, if he had done better on that headed goal, because we have conceded so many goals that way. And I think again he was caught flat-footed. I think he was behind, the player came from behind him and came in front of him, and King was right there. And so between him and King, the player won that second header, and Lowe missed the first header. He and Watson. So on that account, I wouldn't put him there. All right. Right. So it is, I think, King, Javane Brown, and Speedy Williams. I also think, and many people may disagree with this, but looking at the overall stats and function, Lamar Walker, I think, for the first time I've seen him playing in the Reggae Boyz team, I see from him what he could offer in our best team if given the opportunity. So I would think that he also gave a good account of himself. So those are the players. I think, again, Taxi did well, but I really believe that Taxi should have done better on that header. I don't know if because he has gotten older, he struggles with leaping or with jumping to butt the ball and is caught flat-footed. In terms of poor performances, I think in the second half, to be fair to Javon Watson, he was possessionally better in the first half. In the second half, he should have been substituted at halftime because he had a horrendous second half. Terrible, terrible second half. All right? Very bad. I thought Peter Lee Vassell also played poorly. Right? Jordan Fletcher started out well, but he declined in terms of his performance. But he started out well with some good link-up play, but after that, it went downhill. It's hard to measure the substitutions because I didn't believe they got enough time. And when most of them came in, the game was already dead. And Peru were just trying to hold on to the ball. All right? Some people are saying that Deshane Brown, Beckford, played well. To me, he wasn't as penetrative as I would want him to be. In other words, I can't remember, except for that header that he had. He never lost the ball a whole lot, so that counts for something. He was good in terms of his defensive coverage, but I can't identify how did he impact the game in an offensive sense, except that he was a very good outlet. He always remained wide. Same thing with Lamar Walker. And that's what I loved about the team. The takeaway was this team consistently played the ball out of defense into attack, right? They did that. They beat the press of the Peru team on several occasions, right? They beat the press, played the ball around. We made less long passes from defense to attack, which is something that we have become accustomed to seeing. We did a whole lot less of that. The distribution, even from the goalkeeper. I remember on one occasion, I think it was King who played back a ball in the first half to Amal Knight, and it looked like he missed control. He didn't. He allowed it to almost run on the goal line, and he played it to the other side of the field. And so I mean, those things for me show that, you know, there is some level of coaching in terms of possessing the ball and playing a particular way, which is the two center backs, one either drift to the far right, the other one remains central, and the other wing back comes and collect. So we always had that V at the back to collect the ball, with Speedy creating a next V in the middle, and sometimes you'd see Jordan Fletcher coming short to make that pass and moving back into space. So you saw that consistently, and you can tell that Paul Hall was doing some work with them as well. So I think those are some of the takeaways from the game. Though I think Amal Knight, you know, Amal Knight, his distribution was good. I think Andre Blake would probably have done better on that header than Amal Knight. That's just my thought. I'm not going to blame him, but I think, yeah, Andre Blake would have done better on that goal. But overall, you can see Paul Hall, he was in the fourth official ears, he was in the referee's ears, he was calling over players, he was shouting, he was talking. You saw him talking on the bench to Wendell Downswell. So you saw some of these things. So you figure that there is some stuff building there. The thing is that most of these players may not be the group that he's going to working with going ahead. In summary, top performers, yeah. What say you though, Brain Drain? Who are the players on your list for good performers, bad performers? In fact, when you look at up to index, Lamar Walker and Richard King are the two players with the best set of stats, Let me say that again. Lamar Walker, Richard King. When you calculate the number of touches that they have, passes that they make, Lamar Walker, in fact, left the game with the highest total. He had like 7.1, and Speedy had like 7. Javon Watson was 4.9, so he's below average from that game. Again, how much blame do you ascribe to him? How much blame, given that the coach probably left him on the field? If I was going to be critical, which I don't want to be, I just could not understand the rationale behind the timing of the changes. I felt like Paul Hall expectations ballooned when he realized how good the team was playing up to halftime, and he felt like he could get something out of the game, and he held back on making the changes. And the thing is, when you play the kind of pressing game that Jamaica plays, it's unsustainable for 90 minutes, especially if the team is not properly conditioned. And you can tell that by the 50th minute, a lot of the guys were walking. And when you have players walking, it means that players like Speedy will have to be doubling up. In other words, the fitter players are going to get tired when half your team is walking. And I don't know if you realize that. I think it took a toll on Speedy late in the game. It became extremely difficult for them, right? Leon Price, Blue Blood, says we need someone to hold the midfield to replace Watson. I think so. Yeah, man. Chem Jackson, Clarendon, big up. Yeah, Richard King deserve a look in. He played well. I think he's going to be. The truth is, If you have Mariappa, Lowe, and Ethan Pinnock, I think it would be hard for King to start. I think, though, he should be in the squad. I think so. But and this is me, I'm not Paul Hall. I wouldn't have him as a starter for the Mexico game, though he looked good. Because I think Ethan Pinnock is high quality. We have to find a way to get the best out of him when he plays for Jamaica. And that's just the truth. I'm going to make a call, and I know people may not agree with me, but I'm going to say, at this point, I think we can get more out of Michael Hector playing in that D mid than Watson. I think Hector would offer more than Watson playing in that D mid, especially against Mexico. And I would select him over Watson. What say you? Oh, somebody's saying that is the last game for Watson. You sure? What? Well, let's see. It was surprising for me that he played so long, though. I don't know. The consensus is King had the best performance. Okay. All right, cool, brain drain. Lamar needs to stop holding on and pass the ball. He dribbles too much at times. Yeah, I hear people saying that, but remember, I think there were only a couple of occasions that he had the pass and he delayed, but he ended up being fouled. And part of the issue is how midfield plays. Because remember, Jamaica was transitioning from 4-2-3-1 to 4-3-3. All right. If Watson is not coming as a support to receive that ball, you're going to find that your wide player is going to cut inside. Because the truth is, that's part of Watson's problem. I don't think he has the leg speed to offer support. He doesn't have the leg speed to offer support. I think if Watson had the leg speed to offer support and go across to where Lamar Walker was, then you would see some of those passes. But I do agree that he held on, but he was the most fouled player. And when you look at when you look at the stats shows you that he didn't lose the ball a whole lot. He didn't lose the ball a whole lot. All right. I just get a message here from I'm not going to call his name, but he's at work. So he says, Manning's man, Hector does not deserve such comparison. So he said that I should be comparing Hector with Haka. All right. And then he says, Manning's the fans are right. He, meaning Lamar Walker, needs to know when to hold and when to pass. The team's decision making was poor in the final third. It says it doesn't show that he didn't make the pass. They say it doesn't show that he didn't make the pass. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that the decision making was poor in the final third, and that it could be because he never had like a Watson coming there. Because on the occasion when Speedy turned up, he passed it to Speedy and he won some fouls. But there are a couple of balls when Javian Brown ran on the outside and he cut inside. So I don't know if that is what the coach said. Listen, Brown, you make the decoy run and let Lamar Walker cut inside and sing. But I do agree he could have passed a little bit more. Somebody saying that's exactly what happened to Speedy, yeah, which is that he had to be doing like double work because other players were walking, you know. Boss King is saying that I agree, Manning's Hector passing ability is better. And Hector is more mobile. Manning's man. What exactly happened why Hector isn't being picked? You know, coming out of the Gold Cup, we were told that Hector, had opted not to play for the team until certain things were changed. My understanding is that some of those things no longer exist within the team, so he could be called up. Right? Yeah, so that's what I understand, that there are some issues with team and leadership of the team, and so he opted not to be a part of it until those things were resolved. So some of those things no longer exist, so we could see him suiting up in the next window. Yeah, man. Agree, management. This is about the Michael Hector situation. Claudia says, Mannings, I wondered why Paul Hall didn't give Chung from Harborview a chance. This is, and people are asking that question. You see, it's hard to measure friendly games, right? Because is it that he was looking to see what Fletcher can give? Is it that he saw enough from Akwasa Chang in training? Is it that he thinks like, listen, he's young, he needs to develop. I've seen enough in training. He's not ready yet. Or it was just poor management in terms of making the substitution. It's hard unless he has a press conference to kind of answer that question. Leon Price, you have to be careful now. You can't be talking about misspelled my name and then you put whole instead of hope. You see it now? You see, you have to correct yourself. So man, you're correct, you end up spelling wrong, Management last night must be Haka retirement game, point blank and period. Like, we will see. Hector, Maria, Papinok, Low, Moore, Topi, and King. 3, 5, 2. What? 3, 5, 2? You're saying select any 3 out of those 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you saying select 3 out of the 7 to play a back 3? Explain that to me, Ganesh. Are you saying all 7 of those players should start against Mexico? All right, so listen, I would say this. The one issue I have with local footballers, and this is where now I agree with a lot of the former players. A lot of the former players, when you even see them today, if you watch these former players play, you're wondering how they are 40 and 50 and still look so fit. I think a lot of these present players don't spend enough time. This is my opinion. They don't spend enough time on their own doing what they can do to keep in shape. Like, I cannot understand a young man like Topi being overweight in Jamaica. You can't be overweight. Listen, you're too talented to be overweight. It takes nothing to get up in the morning and do laps. Listen, I'm going to give you, I use this player. There's a player called Alwyn Harvey. Know where he lives. In season and out of season, you see him in the Suns. Up and down, up and down. Up and down, up and down. Daily, up and down. He plays for Mount Pleasant. As long as Mount Pleasant isn't training, he's up and down in the sun, sprinting, running, all of these things. My personal belief is that, listen, you see, if you're not in good physical condition, you should not be called up because you can control that. You can control your physical preparedness for the game. Go and just jog. How hard it is for you to get up in the morning and run or to do some sit-ups. or to do some skipping. You can't want to play. You can, listen, you can't prepare yourself for the Premier League. You have to prepare yourself for international football. Because if you prepare yourself for international football and professional football, you will play in the Premier League. If you prepare yourself for Jamaica Premier League, you're not going to be prepared for professional football. So stop preparing for local football. Prepare your body physically for international and professional football. Too many of you youngsters are waiting on your club teams to get you in good condition. Go and run. Do some dumb hills. Get some staircase at your former school. Run up and down them. Get a physical trainer. You should never, ever let somebody outplay you because they're better conditioned than you physically. Because you can control that. You can control that. The holding of the ball by Lamar Walker caused him to not have enough key pass. All right, understood. Understood, Kareem. Leon Price, no, yeah, understood that. I counted about 3 key attacking passes that he could have made, but his timing is off and he holds the ball too long. Lamar, I hope you're hearing this. Constructive criticism, because some of your players, as soon as they hear some stuff, you get upset. But constructive criticism, just release that ball faster. Altitude also a problem, along with the match fitness in the second half. Let us down. We can't seem to unlock the final third. Peru technical and ball movement were down Jamaica in the second half. True, but it's I understand, Warren, that Lima, Peru, the altitude was not an issue because it's close to the coast. Yeah, he can shoot with both feet, but I think he's better with his left. Somebody from Clarendon can clarify that for me. And when I say key, I mean right on top of the 18, yeah. Hector did not appreciate the thuggish behavior. Yeah. Well, there you go, right? Quote unquote. Thuggish. Yeah, there you go. Personal personal reason or situation. It's not a personal situation. It is a situation that existed within the national team. I agree with you, man in man. Hector should always in Jamaica 24-man squad because he can play defense and midfield. Yes, I'm hoping that he will be given a look in again. Hall wasn't looking at attacking players. He was looking at left back and right back and CM. Okay. All right. Okay. So that is why, I guess you're saying that is why some of the other players may not have played, like Devontae Campbell and Akwasa Chang. Okay. Big up Evan, Brian. Yeah, man. And Ganesh says, yes, we are stronger at center back than at wing back. So 3-5-2 is a better option. Yeah, that is true. I think we could do that. But do we have 5 good midfielders? That's the question. Do we have enough midfielders? Because isn't that where we are weakest? In midfield? Yeah. I think Topi need to work on his condition. Man, you are correct. They are not ensuring that they keep in condition. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, these guys, they drink, some of them smoke, they just eat anything. And they want to play for the national team and get contract. Listen, it has to stop. You cannot depend on your club alone. So when you finish at your club, man, get up early in the morning, go and run. Some of you live close to the beach or to the hills. Do some. Listen, here's what. Listen, it's when I run my team, I tell them on this. If a team beat us because they're better conditioned than us physically, we're leaving. We're out of the competition. I tell them I will pull us out of the competition. No team should beat you based on physical conditioning because you control that. If they are better than you technically and tactically, or they have more luck, you can work with that. But you cannot lose a game because you're tired. Because you can work on that. Go and work on that. If a man is faster than you, that's okay. But you cannot have the power in yourself to get fit and turn up for professional football unfit. That's on you. So I want to encourage the youngsters. Stop waiting at your club 2 hours training and 1 hour training and the 30 minutes you do at the gym. Some of you don't even like to lift weights. So even Richard King, let me tell you this. Look at the center backs in the world. So you hear people talking highly of you. Don't get sucked in the system. Find a trainer who going to let you lift some weights. Brethren, you need to put on some arms. You think you could stand up beside Michael Antonio would bounce you over. Jimenez and these guys will bounce you over. They are big and strong. The hurricanes of this world. So, a lot of things. You're good on the ball. But listen, now you get a taste of this thing. You play against a small Peru team, really, you know. You played against a small Peru team. Imagine you had to be marking Cavani with your physique. Difficult. So here's what you do now. You need to start pumping some weights. Put on some weight and be sprinting. Keeping fit while you're putting on the weight. Man, who is the physical coach, because we have young players and they are not running. Number 7 need to know when to hold the ball and pass. We still have midfield problems, man. Yeah. You're the physical trainer. Yeah. But what I'm saying, Sir Joe Donner, is that you cannot wait, because remember the national program, all the national program can do is give the national players a plan, a diet plan and a physical preparedness plan. Meaning you can go now and use this to prepare yourself. It's up to the players. It's up to the players. I can tell you players, people used to talk about Winston Twinnibug angling, run from him yard every day down to Dumpbuck Beach. People used to tell you that. People used to tell you about Elder Map, how these guys used to just run. You see them sweat, them just running on the streets in the morning in them shoes and stuff, going on the beach to running. You shouldn't need the national coach to give you something. If you want to be a professional footballer, go and put in the work. You have to invest in your craft. You have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in your life. You have to invest in it. The man who is a mason can't wait on somebody to buy him, the items that he needs. He has to go and do that so that he can do his job to the best of his ability. You have to go out there. Some of these guys don't even want to buy a running shoe for themselves. They want to wait on teams. Why are you not running? But I mean, I no shoes running now. Go and buy yourself a shoes and don't wait on no team and get yourself in good condition. Because when you get the big contract, the money is yours. Stop this heap of bleaching and partying thing. Leave that for the jokers who don't want nothing out of the sport. Yeah, only you can't train when it's season. And you don't have a long season. Yes, listen. Let me tell you this. You see, Mount Pleasant you have to go gym. You have to go Suns. All of these things. And listen, it is so competitive that the players always at Mount Pleasant have to be doing individual work. I'm telling you. That is why you always see this turnover of players. Because it is so competitive. Because only the fittest of the fittest shall survive. I'm going to use the next player. He's at Veer. His name is Kevin Graham. If any of you know Kevin Graham, if you come to St. Anne when Kevin Graham is out of season, you see him running in the town of Oterius. Every morning, stopping on the curb with the straps on his ankles and ties, and jumping on the curbs, the sidewalk you call it, up and down, and he runs again, and he stops, and he finds an next 100 meter, up and down. He does sit-ups, he does push-up, morning after morning. You have to do that. Players like Peter Lee Vassell, you have to invest in your personal fitness and conditioning. I don't understand. You can't be fat, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on them. May I tell you? Rhea's sins. What kind of sins you talking about? Oh, Brain Drain, where you get sins from? Oh, many sins? Rhea sins or reasons to be overweight in Jamaica? Dumpling, patty, rum, rice, potato, yam, bulla. Listen. All right? Hey, you know what the worst thing I can see? A player go and play a match and say, I eat bun and cheese. Like, crazy stuff, man. You want to be a professional. Act professional. Think professional. It's not so expensive. In fact, let me help you players. There's a video on my platform by Dr. Joan Smith, a Trinidadian who works at the University of West Indies. I'm a dietitian. Listen, she came on and she gave advice as to how to maintain a healthy diet in sports. Find it and watch it. She give you simple things you can do that will help you. What to eat before you play, when to eat before you play, all of those things. It's on the channel, and information is out there. Free of cost. You can get it if you really want. Yeah. Yeah, they look too heavy. I think there you can control the weight, but not your age. Yeah. I mean, and if you're injured, I can understand. But outside of that, man, put in the work. We keep experimenting with different players, which is counterproductive at this stage in a qualifying campaign. The team will lack cohesiveness and synergy, unlike the best teams in CONCACAF. Well, Chris Wayne, the truth is we don't know what the squad will be. So we can't say we keep experimenting because remember, this was an experimentation. We don't know what the squad is going to be. So I think we should leave this for when the squad for the Mexico game is selected. This was experimentation. Looking at 2026. So this is forward thinking and planning. A lot of the players we see are 23 and under. They are 23 and under. Therefore, we could see them in 2026. So I don't have a problem with it, except if we see household changes for the game against Mexico, then we can come back to that. Outside of training ceremonies, a lot of youths don't have the discipline to train on their own. Hey, listen, I mean, I know that, but I tell you this. When I played, people never had a problem with me being fit. Never had a problem with me being fit. Outside of my teams, I always did work on my own. I'm always doing abs. I bought gym equipment because I know I was slender. I paid membership to go to a gym. It's not expensive, you know. There are some guys you can pay some gym $2,500 a week to use them gym. And that's $2,500 Jamaican dollars. Okay, Lamar Walker is better with his right foot. Yeah. So that was kind of crazy because he was cutting in on the left. Thank you, Fresh God on top 10. Yeah, Fabian Full says in the five midfield there will be a right wing back and a left wing back. Yeah, that is true. So that would eliminate. Would now have only space for 3. Yeah, yeah. Penny Cook, I think he's a very good player too. I think this player and Alwyn Harvey are 2 players that Paul Hall need to look at. Penny Cook from Tivoli, very, very. I keep talking about him, but I tell you what, you see, sometimes because of where the players play, they are not easily identified. Let's leave it at that. But Penny Cook is a player that I have a lot of time for. Yeah, man, he look fit, but he needs, and I'm just helping him. I'm just saying that he needs to put on some muscle and thing. The Peru for Bullet King to win the header for the first goal. There you go. There. He needs to. You have to do that in modern day football. You look at the top centre backs in the world. And man is when Demarai Gray comes, a lot of our problems will work out. Lewis Baker, Jamal Lowe, Pinnock Gray, Lord Ravel, Stuart Hector. Yes. Claudia, listen. All right. Here's where I listen. You see, until these persons start wearing the black, green, and gold, I don't even like talking about it because sometimes, I'll tell you this, I think sometimes we're set up to believe that certain players are coming to Jamaica, and then when they don't come, we say, well, they didn't listen. I know of a particular player who recently said he has no interest in playing for Jamaica, and people are still saying that he's going to come and play for Jamaica. Up to the last 2 weeks, the present coach had conversation with him, and he, categorically stated that he doesn't want to play for Jamaica. But many Jamaicans keep saying he's coming to play. So sometimes, until you hear these players come out, until I hear Lewis Baker come out and say, I want to come and play for Jamaica, I put no value on what people saying. That's me. That's me. I want to hear from the player himself saying that, listen, I'm ready to come and represent Jamaica. I'm ready right now. I don't want to hear that I'm thinking about it. I don't want to hear, boy, it's something that I would do. No, I want to hear you say, listen, I'm ready right now. And when they say that, I know that they are serious. Some of these players have not said so, People go and follow them and say, oh, they have Jamaican connection. Oh, you know what? On IG, they have their Jamaican flag. They tweeted about Jamaica. Oh, that means they must want to play for Jamaica. Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. I see also a question from Stan Cranky. He's asking if does Paul Hall know the players enough to know who should play and who should not play. Remember, he actually had 7 days with them, Because remember, they were at camp here in Jamaica with him. Yeah. Topi not fit, man. Anybody say Topi fit wrong? Yeah, against Drogba. I wouldn't even go so far as Drogba. These guys will be bullied, man. The wingers. Whoa. All right, so Jamal Lowe. I think Jamal Lowe is a good shout. I still think we have some good options up front. I think if Jamal Lowe is available, that's a good shout. The last time I saw this player, me vex, But I'm wondering if Paul Hall can get better out of the players. I'm just wondering. Like, what about? I'm afraid to call him name. Because I don't want nobody throwing a buckle at me. But what about Bobby Reed? Because he has been looking really good. Would you give him back a chance in Paul Hall's system? But who are the wingers? There is also Kaim Paris, who didn't turn up for this friendly, so I don't know where he stands. Yeah, um, people saying that Blair Turgott not looking so good at this club. What do you think about King converting into a CDM because he seems to be good on the ball? Football worldwide is locking CDM. No, he's just learning the game in this position. I think he has only played 13 games in local Premier League. 13, around 13 games in local Premier League. I wouldn't want to do that yet. I wouldn't want to do that yet. Yeah, there you go, Claude. This list look better, and Low as well can be in there. That's Jamal Low. But you know what though, brain drain. I'll tell you this: the thing with football in Jamaica, is that um, people, I always feel like when you're a known footballer, you can run up and down in your community and people won't trouble you, no matter what time it is. That's what I've seen. I know things and times have changed, but I just feel like footballers have that freedom of doing those things. Fresh God says, next thing management, the youth them love party too. They need to maintain a healthy diet, no joke diet. Yeah. Party too much. Yeah, man, they party a whole lot, man. That's the next thing. Too much partying. One thing I know, Paul Hall could run all day as a player. So much fitness he will address, in my opinion. Yep. I think they should look at Dean Burton as being a part of the coaching staff. I remember that Dean Burton was also he asked to work with centre forwards. I think that's somebody that they could call in to come and help them. Yeah. But you know what happens sometimes when you see some of these players moving from club to club, sometimes it is because of their level of fitness. From D Slim, no man, Stets versus Edwin Allen, Mannings versus Garvey Maceo. These guys are not in match form. You can run 20,000 miles every day. You can simulate a match. These guys haven't played a game in 2 months, so fatigue was expected. Peru been in camp since January 4th. Agree, Rob Smith. But what I'm saying is that I don't want them to simulate a match. What I'm saying is that at least get fit. Just get fit. I don't expect you to be in tip-top match shape, match condition. But I am saying, even if you start training 1 month, you could be training way before that because you don't need your club for you to train. That's all I am saying. That's all I'm saying. And I'm telling you again, when you talk to the former players, most of them will tell you that they did a lot of the work. They did a lot of the work on their own. I myself used to get up 5 in the morning and go running, and it was not getting any money those days. But we did it for ourselves. These youths have no excuse. Today, they are getting paid. There you go, Joe Donner. There you go, sir. One of a assurance few. Man is man. We think schoolboy football, you got talk about. Yeah, man, we're talking about schoolboy football, man. We did say that if you look at the description, it talks about schoolboy football and Jamaica. But we are talking about schoolboy football. Let's bring it up. Man, it's my opinion. Only the young guys like King and Chung seem hungry enough. They give me hope. But other than that, the local players are man. Number 12 from Mannings should make a difference today. Yeah, but you know that Garvey Maceo, they have I think Garvey Maceo problem is that I don't think their goalkeeper is the best. Um and you would have noticed that the Dintil goalkeeper made a huge difference because listen, Mannings is going to get free kicks, corners, and shots at goal. Is the Garvey Maceo goalkeeper good enough? That's where I think they're going to have problems. I don't think the goalkeeper is well enough. They have Cleo Clark, who is a very good defender. Gregory Cousins is one of the leading goal scorers in the league. So the Manning's defense will have to be sharper and better this game. Right? But it will be a good game, D Slim. Very, very good game. I know the Stets game is about to start. It starts at 12:30, and there's a guy there, a center forward at Stets called Brown. Very good player as well. What position Alwyn Harvey plays? He plays CDM, or he can play the box to box. With players not available, whether personal reason or and COVID, we need to have options, especially locally, since it's so hard to get international based players at the last minute. I think the squad will be named. Today is what? Because the game is next week, So by the end of the week, so by Monday, you will know who the players are who are selected for the games coming up. Only the Clarendon team look bad in the opening round. Yeah. And you know that the JPL games, they have pushed them back to Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Both Taxi King and Brown should have done better for the first goal. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Brethren, what is wrong with you and your grammar today, right? What is wrong with the bot? The bot not typing in the things correctly. This thing, yeah man, definitely. See it here, Is it? 1738, man. Noble institution. Rob Smith. Easy. Yeah, that like Victor Carr in the building. Man is the Deco final. Will be on the radio station, our website. Good luck, man. Good luck. Yes. Listen. All right. So you can download the Sports Max app to watch the game. For people in the States, the VPN, maybe you need to change. Like the sometimes if you put in the US, you may not get through. You can change that and see if you'll get through using that. You can also, if you have Fire Sticks and those things, you can get it on CVM, because it will be on CVM. You could also, it will be on YouTube, on the Sportsmax YouTube, channel. That's the next option, and it should also be carried on. It should also be carried on Babadoo on KLAS FM 89. So all of those stations will be having the game today. Want to say a big thank you to our sponsors, Prestige Finance. Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it most. You can call them. Yes, you can call Prestige Finance at 876-884-7390. They are located in Linstead, St. Catherine, Jamaica, and they will give you loans up to 100% without any guarantors. Listen, and the interest rate is between 1% and 4%. You also want to thank Launch Legacy. Launch Legacy, handle risk, seek legacy for all your personal insurance need in Canada and the USA. Visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text 647-989-0782. That's Launch Legacy. Big thank you to our sponsors today. Yep. Let's get into some more comment. Topi is way too young to be that big. I'm sorry to say it, but until someone help this kid, he won't be anything but agree with you, Rob Smith. Agree with you. Agree with you. Yeah. Somebody said, Leon says he will give Bobby a chance. Fresh God say he needs to stay out of the team for this round. Blair had a really good season. Okay. Um, Fresh wasn't interested in the Newcastle fella. I just want Lewis Baker and Demarai Gray. I I don't think Lewis Baker wants to play for Jamaica. What about Pinnock? So Claudia, what I'll say is that sometimes when you hear these things, you have to check out to see if the player has actually declared that he wants to be a Jamaican player. Tofi party too much, that's why him look so. And him drink too. Oh, I didn't know that. Big day today, Mannings man. Good luck, dad. Yes, Manny Tafarai. Mannings. It is. Big school from out west. Nobody test cause you don't know the west is the best. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. The west is the best. I'm telling you. Color Blue in the building, digital home tech. Oh, you mean? Oh, you mean? Oh, you mean? Oh, you mean? Love that. Love all the shouts of the man. You know, yeah, man, yeah, man. Love that, love that. Yep, yep. Richard King and Old Clarendon College Baller did well as did Lamar Walker, kind of like when Chris Dawes and Linval Dixon representing Reggae Boyz. Okay, all right, cool, 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 cool. Why Issa never relocates Stets versus Edwin Allen to a neutral ground? Remember, like a lot of these things had to do with the grounds that were approved for the because of the COVID. All right, that's one. And so a lot of these were decided way before. And I guess it's when they know that the Stets would be in it. But I don't think the team objected. I don't think Edwin Allen objected to it. A Clarendon school in every final. Yeah, but I think Clarendon has won their title already, the Champions Cup, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. How is Speedy? He looked like he was in some discomfort at the end of the game. I heard it's just cramps. I heard he only had some cramps and things, so they just took him off and the game ended. Edwin Allen and Manning say me, Manny's man, not sure if you spoke about this, but what's your take on the number 12 from Manny's? Good young player. I think he also is very good. I think there's some level of his game that he needs to work on in terms of when he doesn't have the ball, what he does. I think he needs to put on some weight. He still have a year left at school. I think what I would do is say to him, listen, you need to take that year in school, put on some muscles, right? And then go prove your so desire. Because remember, a lot of these guys, the thing sometimes with some of these guys, and it happens with a lot of money student is, look at Melvin Blair. I can give you names after names. The ones who are at Mannings, he's in lower six, so he's going to go into upper six. These guys have subjects. A lot of times they don't want to continue in the sport. So it would be interesting to find out if he wants to be a professional footballer. But I think he needs to put on a little bit of muscle. Yeah. But very, very good player. Dintil keeper is one of the best in schoolboy football. Agreed. All right. Garvey number 7 and number 10 is two of the best I have seen recently. Left back and center mid too. Dangerous men for Garvey. Yeah, you're talking Cleo Clark. I think he's a Cavalier player. So we will see how that pans out. I hope Abina Wallace, who had a poor game, he has been having a string of poor games. If Abina Wallace and Roshan Graham play at their best, this gonna be tough for Garvey. If those two midfielders are Mannings, and Jamalik Porter, Jamara Hall, if those four guys get it going, it's gonna be very tough for Garvey must say, I'm telling you, that man is they're a beast going forward when they get it going well. It's also on seeing TV as well. There you go, there you go. Bless up Owen in the building. Yeah. Yeah, bless up, man. Dentil continues to be the mighty underachievers. I hope they don't change the coach. Dentil has a way of changing their coach, you know. Okay, man, I'll take my eyes off Louis Baker. Yeah, I really don't think from what I'm hearing that he wants to play for Jamaica. I know other people gonna say other things, but you know, I know what I know. I don't. Mannies, we all know the East is the best. The scripture told us to look to the East. The East. Which school from out the East ever win Manning Cup? Tell me a school. Is the noon out in the East or Camperdown? I don't know. Somebody tell me. Number 9 as well for Garvey. But at them 2 man there, I see done, my team. Oh, you're a Clarendon College man. Man, it's tough, all right. Man is to win him. Thank you, Stefan Wright. Thank you. Loving the love. Tara, welcome. I know you couldn't sleep last night. Don't worry, Tara. You will sleep sweet tonight. When you see the boys lift the cup at St. Elizabeth Technical and they have a motorcade all the way down into Savannah Lamar. It will be a joy to behold. Good luck to your school today, man. They should create history today with their first D Cup winning their history. Will you be giving the team a pep talk before the game today? Right. You know that I should be at the game, but I had a choice with doing this and then opening up my stream for the celebration afterwards. But talk to them, man. Talk to them. I went there on Monday at the training facility, so didn't get to see all of them. But yeah, man, hi Manins, man. After check-in, TB, don't understand that one. Yes, Camperdown is in the east. Donovan Tech is in the east. Okay, all right. Yes, people. So yeah, the first game, which is a Ben Francis Cup, is about to kick off. Ben Francis Cup will be played between St. Elizabeth Technical and Edwin Allen of Clarendon. Yep. You're lucky, no. I did say no. Look, you're lucky. Come on, you know what I said? I said earlier, that it won't be an easy game for either team. I do believe Garvey Maceo can win if Mannings doesn't show up. But if Mannings gets it right, I don't think Garvey will be able. I think Garvey's goalkeeper, I've seen him, doesn't look the best. And if a team can break them down, they are going to score. East is the best for you. Big up to my cricket club, Lucas CC from the East. Excelsior, hi, is from the East. All right. When Claudia talking East, she talking out by Harborview, and it's right there, so alone she talking, So don't put no school out there. Donald Quarry alone out that side. Donald Quarry alone out there. Man is at what level of the JA game is a game at its most passionate? Schoolboy football, JPL, Premier League, or international level? It depends, It depends. Let me tell you this. There was a time when Arnett Gardens and the Renos and the Seba and the Waterders, I mean, like it was crazy. It was crazy because you must understand that when they talk about the passion is with the whole school thing, it's generally two schools. In other words, like how Mannings is in there now, you see this big thing with Garvey Massey and Mannings and stuff. But normally it is just a certain set of schools that have these occasions. So I don't think the passion is widespread. But there were times when you had, like, for example, you had a Wadada versus, say, a Reno, or a Arnett versus a Reno. It was all of the country parishes, the rural parishes versus the urban parish. I think that's the difference when Premier League was at its best. That's what you would see, that once there's a rural team in it, all the rural parishes would be like a country versus town. And so that brought out a different level of passion, I think, than schoolboy football. But in their own time, all of them they have had their part. Stats number 10, definitely one to watch. Yep, agree. Whether Manning show up or not, the D Cup still in Clarendon. All right, you're lucky. We're going to see how lucky you will be. Mannings, I'm disappointed you're not going to be at the game. You epitomize the spirit of the great institution, Mannings. Everything is here for me to go, But it's tough because if I go to the game, I'm not going to reach home until 11 o'clock in the night. And I wanted to do the stream. I'm telling you, I want to do the stream. And so I opted to let someone who was closer use my access to go to the game. Management, Camperdown is Meadowbrook's sister school. Well, why you never go Camperdown? Why you go Meadowbrook? If you so love the East, Claudia, why you never went to Camperdown? Why did you leave the East and come all the way up to Meadowbrook to school? Who are some of the schoolboys that have impressed you this season? Is there a plan to get an all-star in a camp for Junior Reggae Boyz team? Yeah. Listen, when I call names, it is just players who I have seen. There are many players. Like I saw a player from Happy Grove, a number 14, very good footballer. The Harrison brothers at Lennon are very good. Cleo Clark at Garvey Massey, a very good player, along with Cousins there. Gary Mills over there at Dintil is a very good player, and the goalkeeper as well over there. The Brian Cole, the centre back at Dintil, very good player. Mannings Javian Williams, their centre back, is very good. Abina Wallace, he has played very well. Rashawn Graham, also at Mannings, played well. And Rodney has also looked well. All right. Clarendon College, their holding midfielder, the number 7, is very good. Marquise Reed look well. The two Jaheim Rose, both Rose at Clarendon College, good players. Woodbine and Forbes at Frome. So just going through the teams. Brown at Stets, lot of good. Bruce at and Cyan I think McFarlane at Monroe, good player. Chong at BB Coke and the BB Coke captain. There are two good players. A lot of players all over the league, and I haven't even touched the Manning Cup yet, because you have Aldridge at KT, that's very good. Mona, they have a couple of good players out there. Rochester at St. George's and Burkett at St. George's. You have Tyreek Jimenez at JC. I like the one called Blake, the holding midfielder that played center back at JC. Their goalkeeper Simis is also good. Yeah, number 7. Oh geez, forget his name. Very good player. Casey. So there's a ton of players out there that have potential. Management, you need to get down on the pro. We him to replace Barrett as goalkeeper coach. Hey, Andrew 55, listen. All right. So here's what I want you to do for me, because I love this, I love when the people, like some of the persons, it's very hard to get through. So you see, if you can get through to them, you can find out from them. Listen, management, just say to them, listen, management, I am sure sports would love to reach out to you, he'd love to do an interview. I'd love to interview Ricketts. I played against him, Yeah. Yeah, played against him. Yeah. And then we can, you just give him the program number. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to give you the program number. There it is. And here's what you do now. You just go so bam. And send me the number, and I'll reach out to him. Yep. Because I lived at Avenue before we moved to Harborview, and the principal offered a transfer, but I refused. So you refused. You hear that? You refuse. You refuse to go to the Eastern school, though East is the best. Glad you get fine out. Like with Future, Thomas Ramona, good strike off the ball. Yeah. So there are a few good players in and around here in the league. Yeah, man. People say, here's what we're going to have to do, right? So the first game is going on, and you know me. I can't do them watch along business. I have to watch my game and lucky. Lucky. Can't miss a thing. So Stets is about to take on Edwin Allen. We're going to watch that game. And then after that, it will be the Manning's game. And after that, join me for the party. Join me for the party. It's going to be a party over here, party over there, party everywhere. When Manning's win. Yeah. So join me for the party. Listen, it was good being here with you. Please remember to hit the like button before you leave the stream. Listen, we're not far away from 3,000 subscribers, right? We need your help. Get us there quickly by getting your friends and your loved ones to subscribe. All right, please do that. Hit the subscribe button. Big thank you to our sponsors, Prestige Finance. Yes, check them out. You need a loan, they can offer that to you without any guarantors at low interest rate, between 1% to 4%. They lend a helping hand when you need it most. So call them at 876-884-7390. That is Prestige Finance. Check them out.
Linstead and all surrounding areas. Come get easy cash now for business and personal loans with no processing fee. We're Prestige Finance, located inside Sam's Mall, upstairs, KFC. Real? Take advantage of our super low interest rates. How low? 1% to 4%. No processing fees. No guarantors. Alayatel. Get loans up to 100,000. No, this is too good to be true. Call or WhatsApp 884-7390 or email prestigefinanceltd@gmail.com. Prestige Finance, the solution to all your financial problems.
Yeah, so big up our sponsors, Prestige Finance. Also on board with sponsorship is none other than Launch Legacy. Yes, big thank you to Launch Legacy for coming on board and supporting I Am Sure Sports. Really appreciate that. Launch Legacy. Yes, they are on board people. Launch Legacy. Handle risk, seek legacy. For all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA, visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text 647-989-0782. That's Launch Legacy. Let me give you a word from Launch Legacy so you can get a little bit more information from them.
Life is a gift a series of experiences. Launch Legacy is a go-to brand for the insurance needs of families and business owners across Ontario. Call or text Patrick Reed at 647-989-0782 for a free needs analysis. Launch Legacy, building and protecting legacies. License number 1514526.
Yeah, there we go. So my prediction is Manning's 2, Garvey Maceo 1, Stets 2, Edwin Allen 1. Thank you again. And later, we will have a call-in section where you can call in and speak with us. And I am sure sports, as Mannings will emerge as your Dacosta Cup champions. You can't say, me never did tell you so. See you later. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Yes, Mannings 2, Garvey Maceo 1, Stets 2, Edwin Allen 1. Take care, my friends and my people.